Yes, what points we have covered in the previous lecture? Can anyone tell? My voice is properly audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tell me what we have seen in the last lecture. Yes, please give the answers. Yes. What points we have covered in previous lecture? So I will just maximize it. All of you, please pay attention. So we have started with this first point, importance of business ethics. Why business ethics is important in this? Just a minute. Okay, so first chapter we have started. In that 2 points we have covered from the chapter number 1. That is, okay, so this is the syllabus of first chapter. Screen दिसते सगळ्यांना? Screen is visible? Give some answers. Yes, no.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So business ethics overview and importance of business ethics. That points we have completed in the previous lecture. Now, today we have to discuss the next points, that is key context in the globalization, or what are the key context for this business ethics. So 2 contexts we have to see, globalization and sustainability. Okay, so I will just quickly go through the points, whatever we have seen. So these are the points we have seen to understand importance of business ethics: consumer movement, consumer satisfaction, stop business malpractices, then improve customer confidence, survival of business. So I think all these points are clear to you. So little bit slow we will go for these initial things. Let there be a repetition, no problem. But once you understand the things, we can a little bit speed up for the syllabus. Okay. So are you clear with what are the points in importance of business ethics? Yes, give response.
Yes, ma'am.
So globalization point we have started yesterday. So once again, I am repeating 2 key parameters we have to see which are affecting on the business ethics. And that first parameter from that it is globalization. Globalizationचा business ethics वरती कसा impact होतो आणि sustainabilityचा business ethics वरती कसा impact होतो. That points we have to see. Yesterday we have started with the basic concept. Globalization means what? Entire the world it is coming together. So in spite of having the physical distance, these terms also we have discussed yesterday. So process, interdependence, world integration, all these terms are related to the globalization. How the entire world it is coming closer in spite of having the physical separation. That is the concept in the globalization. That is main concept. Okay. Now, so here are various definitions given for this globalization. So initial point we will discuss. So globalization has become one of the most prominent buzzwords of recent times, whether in newspaper articles, politicians, speeches, or business leaders, press conference. The globalization is frequently identified as one of the most important issues in the contemporary society. की जसं मी काल सांगितलं तुम्हाला की many of the times we are discussing the effect of globalization on the, or whether that globalization is good or bad. Like that, various group discussions are also made on that particular topic, globalization. आता या पॉइंट मध्ये आपल्याला सिलेबस मध्ये काय बघायचंय की ग्लोबलायझेशनचा बिझनेस इथिक्स वरती कसा इफेक्ट होऊ शकतो. लक्षात घ्या, व्हॉट पॉइंट वी हॅव टू सी. सो वन्स अगेन I will show you the points in the syllabus so that it will be clear and you will get the linking. See, this point now we are discussing key context, globalization and sustainability. Key context कशातले आहेत? बिझनेस इथिक्सचे, म्हणजे बिझनेस इथिक्स वरती इफेक्ट करणारे की कंटेक्स्ट आपल्याला बघायचे. ते दोन की कंटेक्स्ट आहेत. दीज आर द टू की कंटेक्स्ट, ग्लोबलायझेशन अँड सस्टेनेबिलिटी. So this is first context and this is the second context, and these two contexts are going to affect on which parameter? They are going to work, or they are going to affect on the business ethics. How these two parameters are going to affect on business ethics, that we have to see. Are you getting? In what concern ही टर्म लिहिलेली आहे? की कंटेक्स्ट म्हणजे काय? बिझनेस इथिक्सचे दोन मेन कुठले पॅरामीटर आहेत किंवा कुठल्या दोन मेन पॅरामीटरचा इफेक्ट बिझनेस इथिक्स वरती होतो. ह्याच्या आधी आपण त्याचा ओव्हरव्ह्यू बघितलाय आणि त्याचा इम्पॉर्टन्स बघितलाय. ह्याच्यामध्ये इम्पॉर्टन्स वी हॅव डिस्कस्ड बाय कन्सिडरिंग द 11 पॉइंट्स. आणि इथं की कंटेक्स्ट मध्ये पहिला पॉइंट आपण बघतोय आता ग्लोबलायझेशन. तर ग्लोबलायझेशनचं बेसिक इंट्रोडक्शन आपण बघितलं. ग्लोबलायझेशन मीन्स व्हॉट, व्हाय इट इज रिक्वायर्ड. So this is the introductory part. Globalization has become one of the most prominent, just now we have discussed. Then in this context, in the context of business ethics, this controversy over globalization plays a crucial role. आता ग्लोबलायझेशन मध्ये परत 3 लेवल आपल्याला डिस्कस करायचे आहेत किंवा ग्लोबलायझेशन मध्ये 3 पॅरामीटर आहेत, सब पॅरामीटर्स, ज्याच्यामुळे बिझनेस इथिक्स वरती इफेक्ट होऊ शकतो. That 3 parameters under this globalization we have to see. That are the main 3 points, and these are just the additional information is given for your just for your knowledge. Okay, so after all, corporations, most notably multinational corporations, MNCs, are at the center of the public criticism. So this point we will discuss along with the 3 contents of the globalization. Mata baga, so these are the additional things. So we will go directly with this 3 concerns. 3 issues कुठले आहेत ग्लोबलायझेशन मध्ये. So here we are discussing actual relevance of globalization for business ethics. सुरुवातीचं जे आहे ते ग्लोबलायझेशनचं जनरल डिस्क्रिप्शन आहे. आता आपल्याला बघायचंय की ग्लोबलायझेशनचा रिलेव्हन्स हा बिझनेस इथिक्स सोबत कसा असू शकतो. सो टू अंडरस्टँड द रिलेव्हन्स ऑफ ग्लोबलायझेशन विथ बिझनेस इथिक्स, वी हॅव टू कन्सिडर 3 इश्यूज इन द ग्लोबलायझेशन. तुम्हाला लक्षात येते का कुठल्या सिक्वेन्सने आपण बघतोय? आर यू एबल टू अंडरस्टँड व्हॉट आय एम सेइंग? येस, somebody give the answer please. Vaishnavi?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able in what way we are relating the things?
Yes, ma'am.
ग्लोबलायझेशनचा बिझनेस इथिक्सशी कसा संबंध आहे हे आपण बघतोय. पण टू अंडरस्टँड द रिलेव्हन्स ऑफ ग्लोबलायझेशन विथ बिझनेस इथिक्स, वी हॅव टू फर्स्ट अंडरस्टँड व्हॉट आर द 3 बेसिक इश्यूज इन दिस ग्लोबलायझेशन. ग्लोबलायझेशनला आपण परत 3 इश्यू मध्ये डिवाइड करू शकतो. सो what are that 3 issues in the globalization? First issue is cultural issue. One by one we will see. Just first understand what are the main issues. Globalization मध्ये 3 इश्यू मुळे बिझनेस इथिक्स वरती अफेक्ट होऊ शकतो. सो फर्स्ट इश्यू इट इज कल्चरल इश्यू. देन त्याचे एक्झाम्पल बघायचे आहेत आपल्याला. देन द सेकंड इश्यू इन द ग्लोबलायझेशन इज legal issue. So it is written here. Second issue in the globalization, it is legal issue. This is second. And after this legal issue, we have to see what is third issue in the globalization. That is accountability issue. Okay. So 3 issues आहेत globalization मध्ये ज्याचा बिझनेस इथिक्स वरती इफेक्ट होऊ शकतो. And that 3 issues we have to see one by one. So can anyone tell what are the 3 issues that I just told? First कुठला होता? What was the first issue?
Cultural issue.
Cultural issue. So we will discuss that. Just first understand if in MCQ this question it is asked. So what are the three main issues in the globalization? So first is cultural issue, then second is legal issue, and third one it is the accountability issue. So we will discuss these three issues one by one so that you will understand obviously how these issues are affecting on the business ethics. आता तुम्ही मला पहिल्यांदा एका गोष्टीचा आन्सर द्या की फॉर एनी बिझनेस टू स्टार्ट or to run any business, whether it is simple at local level or it is simple at the international level. To run any business, it is simple at local level or it is simple at the international level. You first give me answer for that.
Firstly, it is simple at a local level.
Okay, at initial point it is okay to start at the local level because the product will be domestic, you know the market. आता समजा एखादा product तुम्हाला चालू करायचं तर you will directly not prefer to start that product in some other city, bigger city like Mumbai, or you will not think to start your business directly in Delhi or some other country like Bangalore. Initially, we are comfortable to start that business at our local level itself. काय असतात त्याच्या मागचे reason? Why you feel comfortable to start your business at the local level? एक example घेऊ आपण म्हणजे तुम्हाला हे issues लक्षात येतील.
Because it is so easy to sell that product in our local market.
आपल्याला आपल्या लोकल मार्केटची आयडिया असते किंवा आपल्या लोकल रिजनचं आपल्याला नॉलेज असतं की आपल्या इथं काय कल्चर आहे. सपोज आता तुम्ही एखादं प्रोडक्ट डेव्हलप करायचंय तुम्हाला. सपोज ओके सिम्पल एक्झाम्पल बाय कन्सिडरिंग करंट सिच्युएशन आय एम गिव्हिंग. तुम्हाला जर एखादं तुमचं डेकोरेशनचं वगैरे दुकान नवीन चालू करायचं किंवा डेकोरेशन मटेरियल तुम्ही सेल करणार असं एखादा छोटा बिझनेस तुम्हाला चालू करायचा आहे तर आपल्याला माहितीये की आपल्या लोकल एरियामध्ये जनरली गणेशोत्सव मध्ये जनरली ड्युरिंग द फेस्टिवल्स और लाईक दिस नवरात्री और दिवाळी you can start the business good in that period. You know our culture, you know our traditions, you know our festivals, and that's why it is easy for you to take the decisions related to the business. That's why you are comfortable to start the business at the local level, because whenever we consider our local level, we are familiar with our cultural issues or our cultural things. Then we are familiar with our legal issues. आपल्याला माहिती असतं की आपल्या एरियात काय लीगल कन्सिडर केलं जातं, काय इलिगल कन्सिडर केलं जातं. And if the area is small, the rules are also less. Again we know that accountability म्हणजे काय, त्याचा मालक किंवा who is the owner of that particular thing. तर आपल्या एरियामध्ये हे प्रॉब्लेम जास्त येत नाहीत बिकॉज the area is small, all people or that society, we are familiar with the society, so these issues will not be more while our local market will consider. But when you consider globalization, हे issues कमी असतील का जास्त असतील सांगा मला ग्लोबलायझेशन मध्ये.
जास्त असणार.
जास्त असणार, बरोबर आहे. कारण आता हा पहिलाच इश्यू बघा आपण कल्चरल इश्यूज आपण जे म्हणतोय. आता मी एक सिंपल एक्झाम्पल घेतलं, बट हिअर द रिलेव्हन्स इज समवॉट डिफरंट. आता एखादा बिझनेस आपल्या एरियामध्ये आपण जेव्हा करतो, at that time there are no any cultural issues, because in all over Maharashtra, now if we consider, see I am not talking about any religion or what, but in all over Maharashtra there are some rules which are considered as moral by all the religions. So talking good with each other or whatever are the cultural issues, usually some things are common for all the religions in Maharashtra. If you go from Maharashtra to India, there might be somewhat changes. Suppose if you go from one state to another, the rules are changing, their culture is different. So to run the business, sometimes the time or situation may come that you have to compromise with some cultural issues. So that things are here, so that we will see in detail. But concept you are getting why these three issues increase when we move from the domestic level to the globalization. कारण जेवढा एरिया वाढेल किंवा जेवढे आपले number of people involved, their variety is increasing. Obviously, this issue will increase because from region to region, the culture is changing. Now I am talking only about from India, but you consider that you are having your business in India, and in globalization, you are having some tie-up with the company, which is in the another country. So obviously, the cultural issues are going to take place. Are you getting this? This point, basic concept, are you getting?
Yes, ma'am.
आता मला एखादा एक्झाम्पल सांगू शकता का की कल्चरल इश्यूज एखादा एक्झाम्पल सांगा. डेफिनेटली वी आर गोइंग टू टेक इट इन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड, बट आय वॉन्ट सम इनपुट फ्रॉम युअर साइड. Because of globalization, these cultural issues are occurring. So tell me one example for that. Tell me any simple example. Let it be wrong. By considering this globalization, I am asking, not in India, but you are having some business and few of your customers or few of your partners, that offices are located in outside country. So what can be these cultural issues? Tell me.
Ma'am, in globalization, there are different culture, different country having different cultures and religion also. For example, we take the example of Afghanistan. I tell about the cloth business. If we start a cloth like a Western cloth, they are not allowed to wear. They only burqas only allowed to wear.
They
So
are
that
allowed to wear only what you are saying?
That's Muslim cloth burqa.
So that kind of clothes only they are allowing, that you want to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so cultural issues.
Yeah, all ladies only wear to that.
Okay, very good example you have given. कल्चर प्रत्येक कंट्रीचं वेगळं असतं, त्यामुळं कल्चरल इश्यूज येऊ शकतात. ओके, सो वी विल सी नाउ द इन डिटेल दिस पॉइंट. सो ॲज बिझनेस बिकम्स लेस फिक्स्ड टेरिटरीली, सो कॉर्पोरेशन्स इन्क्रीजिंग एंगेज इन ओव्हरसीज मार्केट. जसं जसं बिझनेस वाढत जातो तसं तसं that corporations have to engage themselves in the overseas market. Overseas market म्हणजे काय? The relation or where the different countries are involved, that is called as overseas market. So suddenly they are finding themselves confronted with new and diverse, sometimes ever contradicting ethical demands, moral values which were taken for granted in the home market. Many get questioned as soon as a corporation enter in foreign market. Okay, so though these words are difficult, so meaning it is same. जेव्हा एखादा व्यवसाय डोमेस्टिक लेवल पासून ग्लोबलायझेशन मध्ये एंटर होतो, म्हणजे बिझनेसचा स्कोप वाढून जेव्हा तो लोकल लेवल पासून डोमेस्टिक मार्केट मधून तो फॉरेन मार्केटमध्ये किंवा ओव्हरसीज मार्केटमध्ये ट्रान्सफर होतो, तेव्हा मेनी ऑफ द टाइम्स they feel embarrassed, or there are some odd situations where they are asked to do the things which are not in our culture. So for example, हे cultural difference साठी एक example दिलेले पुढं. Very nice example is given by Vaishnavi also. Okay, so here one example it is given. So Chinese people might regard or as more unethical to sack employees in the times of economic downturns than would be typical in the Europe. आता इथे ह्यांनी पहिलं एक्झाम्पल घेतलेले चायनीज पीपलचं. तर चायनीज पीपल मध्ये जास्त अनइथिकल कशाला समजतात ते, की एखादा इकॉनॉमिकल तुम्हाला डाऊन आला किंवा तुमची आर्थिक व्यवस्था त्याच्यामध्ये डाऊन आली तर एम्प्लॉईजना काढून टाकणे, दॅट इज मोर अनइथिकल थिंग ऍज पर द ethics. From which people? कुठल्या people मध्ये अनइथिकल समजलं जातं ते एम्प्लॉईज ना काढून टाकणं?
Chinese people.
Chinese people. They are considering this as more unethical. Whereas in case of Europe, this is not more unethical, but in case of Europe, what they are considering? So here is the second example. So again,
Child labor.
while European tend to regard child labor as strictly unethical. म्हणजे प्रत्येक देशाचे काही ethical principles up to some extent they can be changed. So the reason why there is a potential for such problem is that globalization result in the some process and activities. In many cases, there is still a close connection between the local culture, including moral values and certain geographical religion. प्रत्येक देशाचं कल्चर वेगळं असतं, त्यामुळं as per their ethical norms, some things may change and ultimately this aspect of globalization can affect on the business ethics. Are you getting the first point? How the cultural issues are affecting on business ethics? सपोज आता आपल्याकडं इथं चायनाच्या ऐवजी आपण इंडियाचं एक्झाम्पल घेऊया. की आता आपला बिझनेस इंडियामध्येच आहे, सपोज इट इज ओनली इन इंडिया, आणि त्या बिझनेसमध्ये अनफॉर्च्युनेटली इफ यू आर फेसिंग सम फायनान्शियल लॉसेस, बट यू विल नॉट रिमूव्ह or you will not prefer to remove your employees from the job because from your point of view it is unethical. But suppose now your company is not only in India but it is working in globalization, म्हणजे दुसऱ्या कुठल्या तरी कंपनी सोबत तुमच्या कंपनीचा टायअप असेल. फॉर एक्झाम्पल हियर युरोप इज गिवन. सो ऍज पर द प्रिन्सिपल्स ऑफ युरोप, they are not considering this as unethical things because it may happen that they are only focusing on the financial aspect. So from their point of view it will be very simple thing. आणि अशा केस मध्ये जर तुम्हाला अशी सिच्युएशन आली की फायनान्शियल लॉस मुळे this suppose this company is pressurizing you to remove or reduce your manpower from your local region, then that means because of globalization you have to do something which is affecting on your business ethics. So in this way this point it is explained that you have to understand. Is it clear? Very simple thing. हे बघा याच्यातले काही डिस्क्रिप्शन अवघड आहेत, काही some words are difficult, but I am explaining with very simple examples so that you will understand the concept, and not necessary that in exam also that everything you have to write with this particular technical words only. If you are able to write, well and good, but if you are not able to write, then at least if you are writing the concepts properly with simple examples also, that is also accepted. Cultural issues clear? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now what is second issue? After cultural issue कुठला आहे दुसरा इश्यू जो ग्लोबलायझेशन मध्ये बिझनेस इथिक्स वरती अफेक्ट करतो? What is that? Second issue? Legal issue.
Legal issue.
So legal issue. Now this is also very simple. So second aspect is closely linked to what we said previously about the relation of ethics and laws. Okay, so now this part it is over. So this we are considering. So a second aspect is closely linked to what we said previously about the relation of ethics and law. The more economic transactions lose their connections to a certain regional territory, the more they escape the control of the respective national governments. So sometimes these legal things also. So whatever are the legal actions or सिंपल आपण त्याला मराठीमध्ये म्हणू शकतो की आपला जो कायदा आहे, सो रूल्स ऑफ आवर लोकल रिजन्स दे आर समवॉट डिफरंट. आवर गव्हर्नमेंट, आवर लोकल रूल्स, दोज आर डिफरंट and that may be different for other countries. So sometimes which things are not legal in our country, that we have to do because of this globalization, that situation also can occur. So that is the second point. Because of this legal issue, the globalization can affect negatively on the business ethics. Okay, so for example, it is given here. The power of government has traditionally been confined to a certain territory. For example, French laws are only binding on French territory, UK laws on UK territory, like that. म्हणजे टेरिटरीचा अर्थ काय आहे, त्या पर्टिक्युलर रिजनशी संबंधित. युकेचे लीगल लॉज वेगळे असतील. That France country, that will be different. For India it is different. So these legal issues will be different for different countries. So that problems also we have to understand. Okay, so consequently the managers can no longer simply rely on the legal framework when deciding on the right or wrong certain business practices. Okay, so if we said earlier business ethics largely begins where the law ends, then increases the demand for the business ethics because of economic activities are beyond the control of the national government. Okay, so simply all these things means what? So here you can summarize that the legal rules or the legal documents or legal issues, country to country, the legal issues are changing, and that's why that may affect on the business ethics. That is the second example, business that legal issues. And third, it is what? Accountability issue. Accountability means what? Can you tell? Accountability चा अर्थ काय होतो? What is the meaning of accountability? Can you tell? Yes, Meenakshi, are you there for the lecture? Meenakshi Patil is there or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Accountability issue हा तिसरा पॉइंट आहे. So can you tell me what is the meaning of this accountability word? Anybody else? Accountability issue, how this can affect on the business ethics point?
Money, ma'am.
अकाउंटेबिलिटीचा अर्थ असतो मालकी हक्क असणे किंवा ओनर असणे. तर अकाउंटेबिलिटी इश्यू. Yes, what answer you were giving, Ganesh? I was unable to hear. Ownership. Yes, correct. आता ओनरशिप मध्ये इथं दोन एक्झाम्पल दिलेले आहेत, मल्टीनॅशनल कंपनी आणि गव्हर्नमेंट किंवा कॉर्पोरेशन. सो मेनी टाइम्स व्हॉट हॅपन, जनरली आपल्या लोकल रिजन वरती जे काही बिझनेस असतात किंवा आपल्या डोमेस्टिक लेवल वरती जे काही बिझनेस असतात, फॉर दॅट बिझनेस this corporation is acting as a main governing body. So this corporation is acting as a main governing body. But when the comparison comes between these MNCs and corporation, आता एखादी डोमेस्टिक स्मॉल स्केलची इंडस्ट्री असेल किंवा स्मॉल स्केलचा बिझनेस असेल, तर त्याचे सगळे मालकी हक्क कुठे असतात? ते कॉर्पोरेशन कडे, किंवा आपण ह्याला थोडक्यात काय म्हणू शकतो, अनदर वर्ड इट इज फॉर दिस ऑल्सो गव्हर्नमेंट. मग स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री मध्ये हा प्रॉब्लेम येत नाही, तिथं सगळे मालकी हक्क किंवा फायनल डिसिजन्स दे गोज टू गव्हर्नमेंट. बट व्हेन वी कंपेअर दीज स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज विथ दिस MNCs, in case of MNCs they are having their own mass media, they are having their own people, they are having their means they are more powerful as compared with the small business. त्यामुळे बऱ्याच वेळा काय होतं की अकाउंटेबिलिटी इश्यू कम्स बिटवीन दिस MNCs अँड कॉर्पोरेशन. एखादा जर मोठा व्यवसाय हा MNCनी चालू केला असेल, मल्टीनॅशनल कंपनीजनी, ते बिकॉज दे आर हॅव्हिंग देअर existence in this globalization also. So in that MNC case, what can happen? कुठल्या पद्धतीचे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट येऊ शकतात तिथं की sometimes if government is trying to control these MNCs there may these issues comes for the accountability. मग त्या केसमध्ये काही वेळेस काय होऊ शकतं की MNC कंपनी they may refuse or they may what we can say they may not easily agree to give some rights to the corporation because what they will say they are having their own rules policies, they are having their own people, sufficient people, own material, and with that they are running these businesses, and that's why they are paying the salary to the people by their own. So when such issue come they may refuse to give some rights to the corporation, and in such cases these accountability issues come in picture only for this globalization related things. जर एखादी स्मॉल स्केल कंपनी असेल तर तिथे हे अकाउंटेबिलिटी इश्यू येत नाही कारण तिथे फायनल गव्हर्निंग बॉडी किंवा फायनल डिसिजन मेकिंग बॉडी कुठली असते डोमेस्टिक बिझनेस साठी. हु इज द फायनल डिसिजन मेकिंग बॉडी फॉर द डोमेस्टिक बिझनेस और स्मॉल बिझनेस? Who is the final decision making body for the small business at local level? Yes. Who is the final decision making person for the local business, or who is the final legally सगळे rights कोणाकडे असतात final local levelच्या business मध्ये? Those are with government, or another word for that it is corporation. पण जेव्हा MNCs म्हणजे मल्टीनॅशनल कंपनीज आपण कन्सिडर करतो ज्याच्यामध्ये they are manufacturing the products by their own, they are giving salary to the people, they are having their own finance, they are having their own well established setup. So in such cases when the MNCs are there in the globalization field they are refusing sometimes to give the right to the government or to the corporation. So in such cases these accountability issues are coming in picture, and that's why the business ethics can get affected. Okay, so these are the things. So are you clear with this? Just give some answer. So what is effect of all these issues on the globalization? Positive effect, or what is effect of all these things on the business ethics? Positive effect or negative effect because of these issues? माझा आवाज येत नाहीये का? My voice is audible or not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm audible.
So are you getting that three issues? Which three issues we have discussed right now? Can anyone summarize? Globalization मधल्या कुठल्या 3 issues business ethics वरती effect होतो? That things we have studied now. So what are that 3 issues? Can anyone summarize and explain? Yes, Saili, can you give the answer? Which 3 issues are having their impact on the business ethics?
Cultural issue, legal issue, and accountability issue.
Yes, correct. Cultural issue. So once again, I will repeat this point. Please pay attention. So this point we have discussed right now from this chapter number 1. Key context in the business ethics. त्यातला पहिला key context आहे ग्लोबलायझेशन. तर ह्या पॉइंट मध्ये काय बघितलं आपण? ग्लोबलायझेशनचा बिझनेस इथिक्स वरती कसा इफेक्ट होतो, आणि त्याच्यासाठी परत ग्लोबलायझेशन मधले 3 सब पॉइंट आपण बघितले. सो द 3 मेन इश्यूज इन द ग्लोबलायझेशन which are affecting on the business ethics that we have seen. So first we have seen the cultural issue. So from region to region or from country to country, culture is different. So many times the situation is coming that as per our culture, whatever thing is unethical, that we are asked to do because of the globalization. That's why these cultural issues are affecting on the business ethics. That is first thing we have considered, cultural issues. आणि त्याच्यासाठी आपण हे एक्झाम्पल बघितलं चायना आणि युरोपचं. तर चायनामध्ये मोर अनएथिकल थिंग इज टू रिमूव्ह द एम्प्लॉई. But in case of Europe, that is not considered as unethical. What they are considering it more unethical, that is child labor. So this is one example given. So that is the first point. The cultural issues come because of the difference between the cultures of different countries. That is first issue. Then second, legal issues. प्रत्येक देशाचा कायदा हा वेगळा असतो. So rules or legal things also changing from that country to country. That's why sometimes you are asked to perform some illegal things as per our Indian laws, but they may not be illegal from other countries' point of view. That is second thing, legal issues. And third, it is accountability issue. Accountability issue म्हणजे मालकी हक्काचा प्रश्न कधी येतो? डोमेस्टिक लेवलला हा प्रॉब्लेम अराइज होतो का सांगा मला अकाउंटेबिलिटीचा. Does that accountability issue come in picture at local level? Accountability issue, does it come in picture at local level?
No, ma'am.
No, but when it is for the globalization part, there the accountability issue comes in picture. Okay, so and here the example is given for that MNCs and the corporations. So sometimes because of this more manpower and good financial conditions, after entering in this globalization, the MNCs may refuse to give some rights to our government or the corporation. So that is the second issue. Third issue, like that there are total 3 issues in the globalization which are going to affect on the particular business ethics. So is that point clear? Globalization, how it is affecting on business ethics? Yes, clear or not?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Now, this second point we have to consider in that key context, that is sustainability. So how this sustainability is affecting on the business ethics. So before starting with that point, I just want to show you some videos, animation videos based on this business ethics and some examples of business ethics documents for some particular companies or some particular dealers. Okay, so that point we will see first. So then we will come to this point, sustainability. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so you just tell me, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
So I will just play this video and after some 10 seconds, you tell me whether that voice is audible or not. This voice is audible?
No.
Hello? Hello?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
आवाज येत नाही का तुम्हाला?
Nahi.
But at least that screen you are able to see?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes.
So I will just check. I
Ma'am,
will.
someone is waiting in room.
But how many
for join
times I
lecture.
should allow? No?
Ma'am, रेंज नसल्यामुळे बाहेर पडलो होतो.
But that, see, I can understand, but So many times it is disturbing, that's why. So I will mute myself. You just check if the voice is audible or not. I will just take in initially trial. I will show you that 2-3 videos at the end. Don't worry. But tell me now it is voice is audible or not. येतोय का आवाज तुम्हाला?
No, ma'am.
No. When I mute myself, with it is audible or not? Was it audible?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So let it be. I will mute myself and I will just play this 2-3 very interesting videos. I request all of you to please watch it carefully so that you will get some interest. And after that, some documents, examples I am going to discuss, documents of business ethics. Okay, so you just wait. I will play these videos from start. Okay, so are you getting something from that videos? Are you watching it? Yes.
Ma'am, voice is not audible.
Yes, voice I understood that voice is not audible, but at least that pictures you can see, animated pictures. At last I will ask what you have seen in that particular video. Okay, so these are very short videos of 2 minutes. So 2 more videos we will see, and then we will go to the examples of the business ethics. Okay, so here is one video. So on net also if you search, so here is one video which is defining the unethical behavior. Here, importance of business ethics. Just now you observed. Then ethics or values, how it is defined. Values or ethics, how it is defined, that is shown in this video. So I will just importance of business ethics and its social responsibility. This video I will play. You just watch it carefully. Okay, so have you watched that videos? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
My lecture will be continued up to 4 p.m. So don't write your numbers. Okay, so at last I will take the attendance. Okay, so now I think that globalization, that point is clear to everyone. This sustainability we will discuss afterwards. But before that, I want to show you some practical examples of business ethics documents. Okay, screen is visible to everyone? Yes, screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So here, so these links also I will share in your study material, and that videos also I will share with you. So 2-3 points are there. So in first, this point, business ethics definition and examples. So if you search on the internet, that examples of business ethics document, you will get the various documents. But again, sometimes what happen, these are the their personal information also. So that is not displayed in some of the cases on their website. Okay, so that also happens because that is their personal thing. So many of the times they are not disclosing it on the social media because of to maintain that particular privacy for that document. Okay, so here at start they have given the business ethics definition and example. So your company or team may uphold certain business ethics to maintain employee welfare, accountability, and overall reputation. So that is the business ethics basic concept. You can also develop the personal business ethics that align with your core values as you progress in your career. So as before 3-4 days I have told you that suppose you design some business ethics document, small business ethics document by considering any example. Suppose at this stage you consider that you are going to start your just consider that you have completed your degree, and after getting some 2 or 3 years experience in the training or ऍज अ ट्रेनी तुम्ही काम केलंय 2 वर्ष एखाद्या कंपनीमध्ये आणि आता तुम्ही स्वतःचा एक छोटा बिझनेस तिथं स्टार्ट करताय. यू टेक द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ युअर इंटरेस्ट अँड यू हॅव टू राईट द बिझनेस एथिक्स डॉक्युमेंट फॉर युअर ओन कंपनी. सो दॅट task also you can do. Okay, so you try to write down that business ethics document for your own company. मग तिथं वेगवेगळे स्टेक होल्डर तुम्ही कन्सिडर करू शकता. आता हे स्मॉल स्केल आहे त्यामुळं number of stakeholders will be less. So can you tell me who will be the stakeholders for that particular small business? कारण हे मी केस स्टडी मध्ये देणार आहे तुम्हाला ट्युटोरियल मध्ये. And at that time again I am not going to guide. That's why initially I am going to discuss these things. We are having tutorials. So in tutorial this kind of questions only I am going to give, which will be having some creation. आता एखादा स्मॉल बिझनेस तुम्ही चालू करताय असं कन्सिडर करा आणि त्याच्यासाठी बिझनेस एथिक्स तुम्हाला लिहायचंय. सो व्हॉट पॉइंट्स यू विल कन्सिडर और हु विल बी द स्टेक होल्डर्स इन युअर स्मॉल बिझनेस? यस, गिव्ह सम आन्सर्स. क्वेश्चन लक्षात येतो का तुमच्या?
कस्टमर मॅम.
कस्टमर असेल. हा, ओके. देन
एम्प्लॉईज.
वर्कर्स. एम्प्लॉईज. आता स्मॉल स्केल बिझनेस असेल तर दॅट वर्कर्स विल बी लेस इन नंबर्स बट दे आर इम्पॉर्टंट स्टेक होल्डर्स. ओके, वर्कर्स, कस्टमर. देन युअर सेल्फ ओन बिझनेस ओनर, किंवा जर तुम्ही पार्टनरशिप मध्ये करत असाल तुमच्या कुठल्या फ्रेंड सोबत तरी देर ऑल्सो सम ethics will be there for your partners also. At initial level we will consider these 3 only as a stakeholder, and for that you can write down that business ethics document. So here I will just show you some examples of business ethics document so that you will get the idea. आता हे जे आहे ते point, what is business ethics? So business ethics is a practice that determines what is right, what is wrong, and appropriate in the workplace. Business ethics is often guided by laws and keep companies and individuals from engaging in illegal activities such as insider trading, discrimination, and bribery. Okay, so these are all the wrong practices in the business. Okay, so here basic information दिलेले. Already we have seen this point. Importance they have again explained it by considering some different points. आता हा एक पॉइंट आहे इथे, इम्प्रूव्ड एम्प्लॉई रिटेन्शन. ह्याचा अर्थ काय होतो? रिटेन्शन म्हणजे टिकून राहणे. सपोज एखाद्या कंपनीमध्ये 1 वर्षापेक्षा जास्त कोणी एम्प्लॉई टिकत नाहीये, तर यू टेल मी दॅट इज गुड पॉइंट फॉर द कंपनी और बॅड पॉइंट फॉर द कंपनी इफ इट इज द केस? यस, रिटेन्शन म्हणजे टिकून राहणे. एखाद्या कंपनीमध्ये बरेच वर्ष जास्त एम्प्लॉईज काम करतात, त्याला आपण एम्प्लॉई रिटेन्शन जास्त आहे असं म्हणतो. सपोज इन सम कंपनी दिस रिटेन्शन इज लेस, म्हणजे लोक जर जास्त तिथं काम करत नसतील तर दॅट इज गुड पॉइंट फॉर द कंपनी और बॅड पॉइंट? यू टेल मी फर्स्ट. Bad point. Okay, because that means you are not providing the facilities to the employees or you are not treating with respect with them. That's why. मग आता इथे अजून एक पॉइंट तुम्हाला इथे मिळतोय, इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ बिझनेस एथिक्स मध्ये, टू इम्प्रूव्ह द एम्प्लॉई रिटेन्शन. Strong business ethics often encourage managers to show appreciation for an employee's hard work. And if as a result, if you are getting very good appreciation, very good salaries, you will not think to leave that particular company. That is called as the improved employee retention, stronger collaboration, more effective leadership, increased professional value. हे सगळे पॉइंट्स आहेत इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ बिझनेस इथिक्स. ओके, आता इथं खाली हे आपल्याला मेन बघायचंय. एक्झाम्पल्स ऑफ बिझनेस इथिक्स ऍट द वर्क प्लेस. आणि इथं जस्ट अ मिनिट, इथं ऍक्च्युली हे बिझनेस इथिक्स आहेत काही काही ह्याचे, like this Google's code of conduct, Amazon's code of conduct, Twitter, Facebook. What is the code of conduct for that particular things? Like that also you can find. That we will see at last. So here are some general examples of business ethics in workplace. It is given. So one by one we will discuss that point. The primary means by which a company communicates its ethical principles is through the code of conduct. Now another important term I want to discuss here, which is similar with the business ethics. That is code of conduct. See this term properly. That is code of conduct. Code of conduct चा अर्थ काय होतो? That is one document which is made by the company or which is made by the institute, which is same as that of or which can be referred as business ethics document. कुठल्या एलिमेंटनी कुठल्या पद्धतीने काम करायला पाहिजे. That rules are given in that particular document, that is called as the code of conduct. Okay, so simple example I am giving. All of you are familiar with the Triple-P pattern or our system manual. I don't know how many you have gone it that through document in detail, because now this from your second year onwards only we have started with this online. So one to one आपण discuss करू शकलो नाही ते कधी इथं ऑफलाईन नसल्यामुळे. But have you at least read it in during your first year? Our system manual, our Triple-P. I'm talking about the institute. त्याच्यामध्ये teaching approach, study approach, students development, teachers development. At least have you heard about these points during first year? What rules should be followed by the students? That is Triple-P pattern. So our Triple-P pattern is what? That is nothing but code of conduct. Our system manual is what? That is nothing but code of conduct. What rules are expected to be followed by students? What rules are expected to be followed by teachers? What rules are expected to be followed by HODs, deans, principals? प्रत्येकाचा रोल त्याच्यामध्ये दिलेला असतो. That we can say as a code of conduct document, which is same document ज्याला आपण business ethics म्हणू शकतो. Okay, so code of conduct also the having the same meaning as that of the business ethics. Okay, so there are many examples of ways you can have an ethical work environment. General कुठले कुठले आहेत business ethics मधले principle किंवा example ते आपण बघूया. Report the conflicts of interest. Conflicts of interest म्हणजे काय की जर एखाद्या कुठल्याही प्रोसेस मध्ये तुम्हाला जर एखादी इल्लीगल गोष्ट आढळून आली तर त्याला म्हणतात कन्फ्लिक्ट्स ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड these terms. You can write down its meaning simultaneously in your notebook. All of you have made notebook for this business ethics subject. सेपरेट नोटबुक केलेत का सगळ्या सब्जेक्टला? Yes, Vaishnavi.
Yes, ma'am.
So I request you all to simultaneously note down the things. Though not possible all in description, but at least key points you can note down. आता इथे एक खूप इम्पॉर्टंट शब्द आहे बिझनेस इथिक्स रिलेटेड, तो आहे कन्फ्लिक्ट्स ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. आणि प्रत्येक लेक्चरला तुम्हाला ऍटलिस्ट 4-5 शब्द तरी नवीन असतील. सो कन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट म्हणजे काय की मेन जे आहे फंक्शनिंग सगळं त्याच्या व्यतिरिक्त जर तिथं कुठलीही चुकीची प्रॅक्टिस झाली तर त्याला म्हणतात कन्फ्लिक्ट्स ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. आता इथे एक एक्झाम्पल दिलेलं आहे त्यांनी. मेनी ऑर्गनायझेशन्स हॅव अ पॉलिसी रिगार्डिंग रिसिव्हिंग गिफ्ट्स फ्रॉम क्लायंट्स अँड अदर एक्सटर्नल पार्टीज. सम मे इवन हॅव रूल्स अबाउट पार्ट टाइम वर्क, then freelance opportunities and other side jobs. In all cases, these rules are meant to ensure employees operate within the limitation of conflict of interest which can impact on employees integrity. म्हणजे आता सपोज तुम्ही एखाद्या कंपनीमध्ये जॉब करताय and apart from that job in the evening you are doing some part time job also. मग ज्या काही कॉन्फिडेन्शियल गोष्टी आहेत आपल्या मेन ऑर्गनायझेशन मधल्या, सपोज एखाद्या प्रोडक्टचं डिझाईन आहे, यू आर वर्किंग ऍज अ डिझाईन अँड डेव्हलपमेंट इंजिनियर. सो व्हॉट इज युअर इंटिग्रिटी? इंटिग्रिटी म्हणजे काय? प्रामाणिक राहणे तुम्ही त्या कंपनीशी किंवा ऑनेस्टी. सो यू शुड नॉट डिस्क्लोज युअर डिझाईन. सपोज एखाद्या पार्ट टाइम जॉब मध्ये तुम्ही यू आर रिव्हिलिंग किंवा तिथं जर तुम्ही तुमची एखादी डिझाईन जी तुम्ही सिक्रेट ठेवणं एक्सपेक्टेड आहे कंपनीमध्ये किंवा ते प्रायव्हेट ठेवणं or secure, to keep that information secure is expected from you, and if you are not doing that and you are revealing that design, that is called as the conflict of interest. Okay, are you getting this? First practice, report the conflict of interest. किंवा कुणी जरी दुसऱ्या एम्प्लॉईने असं काही केलं conflict of interest, then immediately you should report that particular problem to the your owner of the company. That is the first ethical practice. Then second ethical practice is very simple. What is the second practice? Can anyone read it for me? लक्षात येते का आपण काय डिस्कस करतोय? Are you getting? Take care of company property. So it is very simple ethical practice. Whatever tools, whatever equipments you are handling at the company, you have to take care of that. किंवा तुम्ही सिंपल एखाद्या लॅब मध्ये बघितलं, कॉलेजमध्ये सुद्धा, तर डूज आणि डोंट्सचा चार्ट लावलेला असतो तिथं. दॅट इज नथिंग बट व्हॉट? दॅट आर सम रूल्स विच यू हॅव टू फॉलो. सो व्हेर एव्हर यू आर वर्किंग, यू हॅव टू टेक केअर ऑफ द company property, not only tools, equipments, but along with that fan, electricity, whatever are there. If unnecessary electrical wastage is there, you have to save it. That is the second principle. Then lawfulness means what? ज्या काही लीगल गोष्टी आहेत त्या सगळ्या तुम्ही तिथं फॉलो करायला पाहिजेत. Companies that work within the boundaries of legal system are more creditable and honorable. जिथं व्यवस्थित काम चालतं by considering the legal rules, that is called as the good company, or that companies are honored or they are creditable. So that lawfulness should be followed by all the employees also. So business ethics also include abiding by legal regulations and obligations regarding their business activities like taxes, worker safety and employment and labor laws. या सगळ्या गोष्टी येतात लॉफुलनेस मध्ये, लीगल ऍक्शन मध्ये. टॅक्स भरणे, वर्करची सेफ्टी, जसं आपण डिस्कस केलं की जर सेफ एन्व्हायरमेंट नसेल, देन वर्कर विल नॉट बी एबल टू वर्क प्रॉपरली इन दॅट कंपनी. एम्प्लॉयमेंट अँड लेबर, सो दॅट ऑल केअर हॅज टू बी टेकन. देन यूज discretion with sensitive information. Some workplaces and roles may interact with sensitive data or materials which require employee to practice the discretion through careful organization, the use of passwords and other security measures. Okay, so here again the issue comes, wherever there is confidential information, you have to keep it confidential only. You should not disclose it. So there your ethics comes in picture. If you are following it properly, the information will be remain secure. Otherwise, if you are not following that, it may harm to your job also. Not only loss of company, but anyhow it will be revealed and your job will be also in the risk. Okay, then प्रॅक्टिस इंटिग्रिटी. इंटिग्रिटी म्हणजे काय सांगा मला आता. हा वर्ड आपण खूप वेळा यूज करतो. इंटिग्रिटी मीन्स व्हॉट? Integrity means what? You have to practice the integrity when you are doing job. काय होतो इंटिग्रिटीचा अर्थ? हॅलो, एम आय ऑडिबल टू एव्हरीवन?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Integrity means what?
Honesty.
Honesty. Yes. Royalty, honesty. You have to be very honest with your company where you are doing job. So hold your work at a high standard of fairness, honesty, and quality. You should be transparent in how well you are doing and the areas you may be able to improve. Own up to your own mistake and work to correct them as soon as possible. Suppose you have done any mistake, then that should be also accepted by you and you should take the corrective actions for the correction in the mistake. Okay, that is integrity. Keep high attendance. Whenever and as required, you should be available for your company. Respect your co-workers and other office personals. जे काही तिथं तुमच्या सोबत co-workers आहेत, you should treat them with respect. Follow dress code wherever uniforms are there. That is policy of the company. Many of the times these codes are or these uniforms are also because for your security. So I will tell you one example. Why many times these uniforms are made for the company. That is not just as a part of discipline, but many of the times these uniforms are made to make the employees secure also. Because one example I will tell. I was working in the electronic product company. So that was Electronica Machine Tools Limited. And there I was working under the section of PCB manufacturing and testing. PCB manufacturing and testing. So there we were having dress code that compulsory we have to wear the cotton apron before we enter in that particular region. We should have that anti-static wristband on our hand and anti-static slippers we have to wear. आपल्या रेग्युलर चप्पल बाहेर काढायच्या आणि anti-static slippers use करून त्या region मध्ये काम करायचं. So that dress code was there because there whatever equipments we were handling that were very charge sensitive. Usually our body is having some static charge. तर ते equipment स्टॅटिक सेन्सिटिव्ह असल्यामुळं काही केसेस मध्ये आपले जर सिल्कचे कपडे असतील किंवा पॉलिस्टर वगैरे असे असतील तर तिथे शॉक बसायची पॉसिबिलिटी जास्त असते. बट वेअर एज इफ यू वेअर दॅट कॉटन ड्रेसेस बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट कॉटन एप्रन यूज द पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ रिस्क ऑफ द शॉक इट वॉज रिड्यूस लाईक दॅट. सो वॉट एव्हर आर द ड्रेस कोड्स दॅट यू हॅव टू फॉलो. डिस्कस इश्यूज विथ द management. So you have to discuss whatever are the issues with the management. There may be sometimes when you face okay, so next it is discuss the issues with the management. So there may be sometimes when you face an ethical dilemma of work and this particular type of issue may not be, sorry, just a minute. So there may be times when you face an ethical dilemma at work and this particular type of issue may not be covered adequately in the employee handbook or your training. So like this situation, so sometimes critical situation comes where the proper ethical decision you are not able to take. So at that time, You should not take the decisions by your own. That issues you have to discuss with the management, and accordingly, in consideration with the management, the decision should be taken. Okay, so workplace diversity, a business might express fairness by placing a high importance on having diverse workplace. Okay, so that workplace diversity should be followed by you, and seek further ethics training. If you are not clear with some ethics, you should ask for the training of that business ethics. Okay, so these are the simple rules or ethics practices which are expected to be followed by the employees. That one I have explained. Tips to demonstrate the work ethics, or these are the which ethical practices are expected to be followed by the employee. That is the one example I have explained. So apart from this, can you add any practice in this for the employees by your own? Suppose you are working in some of the industry. So these practices, usual practices I have explained. Can you add some practice by your own? That will be appreciated. अजून काय तुम्ही प्रॅक्टिस ऍड करू शकता का? आता आपण कुठल्या डिस्कस केल्या? कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट कुठं असेल तर तुम्ही तो रिपोर्ट करायला पाहिजे. टेक केअर ऑफ कंपनी प्रॉपर्टी, लॉफुलनेस, सेन्सिटिव्ह इन्फॉर्मेशन कॉन्फिडेन्शियल ठेवायला पाहिजे. इंटिग्रिटी पाहिजे तुमच्यामध्ये. हाय अटेंडन्स, रिस्पेक्ट कोवर्कर्स, फॉलो ड्रेस कोड, डिस्कस इश्यूज विथ द मॅनेजमेंट, वर्कप्लेस डायव्हर्सिटी, seek further ethics training. So apart from that, are you able to add any practice to this? तुम्हाला लक्षात येते का काय practices explain केल्या मी? Are you able to understand this? See, these are the general examples I have taken. Yes, Ankita, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you add any other practice which is expected by the employee? Anybody? Yes. Are you getting what I am asking? Can you add any practice to this list? Whatever I have explained. Yes, Meenakshi. Can you add something?
Ma'am,
Hmm.
in any company, a medical camp for emergency is also available.
Yes, good. So that is from a business man's point of view. Yes, correct. The medical emergency facility should be available, like we are keeping first aid box. That is very simple thing, but ambulance and all that medical facility should be available. Yes, good answer. Any other thing? Any other answer, anybody? Yes. Saili, can you add something in this? Okay. So these are some of the examples. And again, some other thing I will tell. So here are also 12 examples of business ethics. They have given on another site also I have searched. And here one example is there, how to create your own code of conduct. जसं मी आता तुम्हाला एक टास्क सांगितलंय की how you have to form the code of conduct documents. त्याच्यामध्ये काय काय गोष्टी कन्सिडर करायला लागतात तुम्हाला? How to create your personal code of ethics. Determine your purpose for writing a personal code of ethics. Individually, you can form this code of conduct document for your own also. Like you are making sometimes list, what are our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, SOC analysis म्हणतो आपण त्याला. तसं तुम्ही स्वतःच्या इम्प्रूव्हमेंट साठी सुद्धा you can form one code of conduct document for your personal improvement. That is also a very interesting activity you can do. So how to create personal code of ethics? बघा आता काय काय गोष्टी कन्सिडर करायला लागतील तुम्हाला. डिटरमाइन युअर पर्पज फॉर रायटिंग पर्सनल कोड ऑफ इथिक्स. कशासाठी लिहिताय तुम्ही? मेक अ लिस्ट ऑफ युअर ट्रेट्स, कन्सिडर युअर रिलेशनशिप्स, क्रिएट अ सेट ऑफ स्टेटमेंट टू फॉलो, डेव्हलप गाईडलाईन्स. एक very interesting activities you can do. So for example बघा आता इथे एक दिलेलं आहे, एक एक्झाम्पल दिलेलं आहे पर्सनल कोड ऑफ इथिक्स ज्याने एक दिलेलं आहे. So Smith is the name of the person. So what are personal code of ethics mentioned by that person? I will treat others as I wish to be treated. I will be honest and transparent in my personal and professional life. I will always put forth my best efforts and I will maintain a healthy work-life balance. I am dedicated to continually improving myself. I will keep my promises and honor my committees. I will remain accountable for my shortcomings and for my mistakes. I will always uphold my beliefs. So like that. So you can also so these are the पर्सनल कोड ऑफ इथिक्स. बघा आता इथं एक पर्सनल कोड ऑफ इथिक्स एक्झाम्पल दिलेलं आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये काय काय येतात. देन प्रोफेशनल कोड ऑफ इथिक्स मध्ये काय? बी रिस्पेक्टफुल, बी इन्क्लुसिव्ह, बी कन्सिडरेट, बी प्रोफेशनल, लाईक दिस. सो लाईक दिस जस्ट ऍज अ पार्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. सो आय विल आस्क यू टू राईट द डॉक्युमेंट पर्सनल इथिक्स डॉक्युमेंट्स फॉर युअर ओन. As a student only I am asking at this stage. Apart from syllabus I am telling you. As a student, as your family member, as a good citizen, as an engineer, what will be your personal code of ethics? You prepare that one document. You can write it. Write down the task what I am telling. लक्ष देते का मी काय सांगते? Are you getting this question what I am telling?
Yes, ma'am.
You have to write the personal code of ethics for you. So write down the question. Write a personal code of ethics for you in the role of student. In the role of student, comma. Responsible family member. Responsible family member and citizen. That is 3 mandatory things I am telling you. You can add any other things also. Whatever roles you are having, you can add. That one document you have to prepare. This is first task. And another task you have to do that. Suppose you consider that. Just first understand, then afterwards you write down the question. Consider that you are going to start your own business or you have already started. Starting च्या phase मध्ये आहात तुम्ही and एक small business तुम्ही चालू केलेला आहे. After your 2 years of training experience in the company, तुमची डिग्री कंप्लीट झाली आहे, त्यानंतर तुम्ही 2 वर्ष ट्रेनिंग घेतले कंपनीमध्ये. And after successful training in the company, now you have started your small business. And for that business you have to write down the business ethics document. मग तिथं तुम्ही 3 सेक्शन करू शकता. Business ethics rules for employees, business ethics rules for businessman and business ethics rules for the consumer. हे 3 तर मॅन्डेटरी त्याच्यात येऊ द्या. अजून काही तुम्हाला ऍड करायचे असतील तरी तुम्ही करू शकता. Okay, so you write down the second question. Write down the second question. Consider that you are going to start a small scale business. Consider that you are going to start a small scale business and write a code of conduct document. Write a code of conduct document in bracket business ethics document business ethics document for the company. For the company, these 2 tasks you have to complete. Are you getting that? Are you getting the 2 questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now these examples I have to tell you. हे जनरल डिस्कशन केलं मी बिझनेस इथिक्सचे, म्हणजे किंवा एखाद्या कंपनी मधले बिझनेसचे बेसिक प्रिन्सिपल कुठले असतात आणि पर्सनल कोड ऑफ एथिक्स, कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट म्हणजे काय, सोशल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट, प्रोफेशनल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट. सो हिअर हाऊ टू राईट कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट अँड कोड ऑफ इथिक्स, याची इथे इन्फॉर्मेशन दिलेली आहे. कारण कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट हे डॉक्युमेंटच आपण बिझनेस इथिक्सचं डॉक्युमेंट म्हणून कन्सिडर करू शकतो. So how to write code of conduct and code of ethics. The culture of each company is different. The code of conduct and code of ethics help explicitly to define the ethical norms of the particular company that is given. So what is code of conduct? What is code of ethics? त्याच्यात similarity काय, differences काय? So all the things are given here. So just you can just read it for your information, all the things. So just definition I will tell. Code of conduct is a set of organizational rules and standards regarding the company's values, ethics and beliefs that determine the conduct or action of the organization and its member. त्यामधल्या प्रत्येक मेंबरचा रोल काय आहे, that is described in that. It also includes the matters of legal compliance. The different rules set out in a code of conduct determine which practices are required or restricted. काय करायला पाहिजे, काय नाही करायला पाहिजे. तर इथं बघा एक पिक्चर दिलेलं आहे इथं. So what is expected, what things are involved in the code of conduct, like that they have given. Okay, principles, actions, liabilities, policies, responsibilities, philosophies. So just you can see this. Here also you can see some principles. Clear introduction पाहिजे, statement of values, laws, specific rules, diversity rules, employee ची privacy काय, privacy, consumer ची privacy, all that things should be properly followed. Environmental policies should be also discussed. Suppose that whatever product you are manufacturing, it should not impact on the environmental things. So that is environmental policies. Security, safety, labor and fair hiring. हे सगळे पॉइंट्स याच्यामध्ये आहेत. कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट अँड कोड ऑफ इथिक्स एक्झाम्पल्स. आता इथं बघा गुगलचं कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट दिलेलं आहे त्यांनी. This Google, they are having code of conduct. What? The Google code of conduct is one of the ways we put Google's value into practice. It's built around the recognition that everything we do in connection with our work at Google will be and should be measured against the highest possible standards of ethical business conduct. Okay, so this is for Google. Amazon. In performing their job duties, Amazon.com employees should always act lawfully, ethically, and in the best interest of the Amazon.com. So this is the business conduct and ethics statement provided by that Amazon. This code of business conduct and ethics sets out basic guiding principles. हे Amazonचं झालं. Twitterचं काय code of conduct? We believe the Twitter developer community should maintain a positive and inclusive experience for everyone. Then Facebook. So these are the very common things. जे काही सोशल मीडियावरती ज्या काही गोष्टी असतात. So everything is having their own code of conduct. So Facebook's code of conduct is also given here. Employees of Facebook or any other its affiliates or subsidiaries and other performing work on Facebook or itself behind collectively referred to the code of as Facebook personal, and they are expected to act lawfully, honestly, and ethically in the best interest of the company. So that is the code of conduct of Facebook, Spotify. So like that, there are various code of conducts given for the different social medias. Okay, so these are the practical things I just wanted to discuss before we start the new things. So was it helpful, whatever we have discussed, to understand the basic concepts? Yes. काय त्याचं
Yes, ma'am.
So these are the very basic things. These are the things which we are following in day-to-day life, but just we are not knowing that these are referred in this particular technical terms. Okay, so this was the general explanation I wanted to give. Now we will come back to this PowerPoint presentation. So I will continue with that particular point. Okay, just a minute. So we were considering this point, sustainability. Sustainability चा आधी कुठला point आपण discuss केला होता before this sustainability? In first chapter, you come back to our syllabus now. Importance of business ethics we have discussed. After that, today what point we have discussed at start from this second point in this chapter number 1. We have discussed this, what? Globalization. And how this globalization is affecting on which parameter? Globalization चा effect कशावरती होतो?
Business ethics.
So how this globalization is affecting on the business ethics, that point we have seen. Again, in globalization, we have considered 3 issues. First was the cultural issue. हे सगळे additional definition आहेत. Cultural issue चा कसा effect होतो आपण बघितलं. Then legal, and third one it is accountability. So how these 3 issues are affecting on the business ethics, that globalization part we have completed. Now what is the second context? दुसरा कुठला point आहे आता globalization नंतर सांगा मला. I have just told you name of that point. Key context मध्ये 2 point आहेत. पहिला आहे globalization आणि दुसरा कुठला आहे? What is the second point in the key context?
Sustainability.
Yes, correct. Second point it is sustainability. Sustainability जसं ग्लोबलायझेशनचा इफेक्ट होतो बिझनेस एथिक्स वरती, तेवढाच इक्वली दुसरा पॅरामीटर इम्पॉर्टंट आहे विच इज कॉल्ड एज सस्टेनेबिलिटी. सो कॅन यू टेल व्हॉट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ सस्टेनेबिलिटी, दिस वर्ड? What is the meaning of sustainability? काय सस्टेनेबिलिटीचा अर्थ काय होतो? Very or so many times we are using this term, very frequently we are using. What is the meaning of this? Yes, sustainability means what? Srushti, can you tell?
टिकवणे.
Yes, becoming. I could not hear Vaishnavi. Can you please repeat? Sustainability.
टिकणे किंवा जास्त काळ टिकणे.
जास्त काळ टिकून राहणे. Okay, that is called as sustainability. Suppose एखादा बिझनेस 1 वर्ष चालला आणि बंद पडला, तर we can say that it is not having sustainability. If it is running successfully after 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, also if the same quality is maintained and that business is running properly, then we can say it is having sustainability. ओके, दॅट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ दिस वर्ड सस्टेनेबिलिटी. तर ह्या सस्टेनेबिलिटी पॅरामीटरचा सुद्धा बिझनेस इथिक्स वरती इफेक्ट होतो. जसे आता ग्लोबलायझेशन मध्ये 3 कंटेक्स्ट होते किंवा ग्लोबलायझेशन मध्ये आपण 3 इश्यूज बघितले, तसेच सस्टेनेबिलिटी मध्ये सुद्धा आपल्याला 3 इश्यूज बघायचे. कुठल्या 3 पार्ट मध्ये आपण सस्टेनेबिलिटीला स्टडी करणार आहे. म्हणजे जास्त काळ टिकून राहणे, सस्टेनेबिलिटीचा अर्थ आहे जास्त काळ टिकून राहणे. बट अगेन देर आर 3 सबसेक्शन्स इन द सस्टेनेबिलिटी अँड वी हॅव टू कन्सिडर इफेक्ट ऑफ each subsection of sustainability on the business ethics. जसं आपण ग्लोबलायझेशनच्या प्रत्येक इश्यूचा इफेक्ट बिझनेस इथिक्सशी रिलेट केला, तसंच सस्टेनेबिलिटी मधल्या सुद्धा प्रत्येक इश्यूचा आपल्याला रिलेट करायचंय, हाऊ इट इज अफेक्टिंग ऑन द बिझनेस ethics. Okay, so are you clear with first this term? Sustainability means what? And for any business, this sustainability is important. कुठलाच बिझनेसमन अशा ह्याने सुरुवात करत नाही की मला हा बिझनेस 1च वर्ष चालवायचा आहे आणि दुसऱ्या वर्षी मी तो बंद करणार आहे. रेअरली दॅट केसेस कॅन बी देअर, बट युजली द बिझनेसमन वॉन्ट टू डेव्हलप द सस्टेनेबल बिझनेस. सो by considering that, we will see now these 3 issues in the sustainability. Or first, if you see the definition, sustainable development is development that meets, so see the first definition. Just a minute. Sustainable development is development that meets the need of present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. Okay, for example, you consider the business where you are using the renewable energy sources. किंवा एखादा बिझनेस तुम्ही करताय तर त्याच्यामध्ये जर तुम्ही रिन्युएबल एनर्जी सोर्सेस यूज केले तर whether it will be more sustainable, or if you use the non-renewable energy sources, then the business will be more sustainable. I will repeat the question. Suppose you are doing the business by using the renewable energy sources, and suppose you are doing the business with non-renewable energy sources. In what case it is more sustainable, you tell me? Renewable energy sources आणि नॉन रिन्युएबल एनर्जी सोर्सेस, कुठले सोर्सेस तुम्ही यूज केले तर तुमचा बिझनेस जास्त सस्टेनेबल राहतो? दॅट आय एम आस्किंग. गेटिंग द क्वेश्चन?
Renewable.
Yes, renewable energy sources, if you are using, the business will be more sustainable, whereas non-renewable energy sources तुम्ही यूज केले आता तर for short term you may get benefit, but by long term you will not be able to run that business for long time. तर अशा ह्याने 3 कंपोनेंट मध्ये आपल्याला सस्टेनेबिलिटीची or we have to study that sustainability point by considering these 3 subsections, and that 3 subsections are here. You can see the sustainability can be so see here, sustainability can be regarded as comprising 3 components: environmental component, economic component, and social component. जसं ग्लोबलायझेशन मध्ये 3 इश्यू होते, कल्चरल, लीगल आणि व्हॉट वाज द थर्ड इश्यू इन द ग्लोबलायझेशन? कॅन यू रिकॉल?
Accountability.
Yes, accountability. Similarly, here also sustainability कुठल्या कुठल्या पॅरामीटर्स साठी पाहिजे ते आपल्याला बघायचे. By considering first here sustainability for environmental parameters, sustainability of economical parameters, and sustainability for the social parameters that we have to see. So one by one we will see this. इथे दिलेलं आहे बघा, सस्टेनेबिलिटी साठी कुठले 3 पॉइंट आपल्याला कन्सिडर करावे लागतात? इकॉनॉमिक, सोशल आणि एन्व्हायरमेंटल.
Environmental perspective.
So this diagram represents it. So by जे तिन्हीला satisfy करू शकतात, that only. So if you see, I feel you are able to analyze this kind of diagrams. Whatever is satisfying these 3 circles, then only we are calling this as a sustainable. Okay, so this portion you can see, which is satisfying economic, environmental and social perspective. 3 perspective ni je product sustainable astat, that only we can considerable, that only we can consider as a sustainable product. So we will see these issues one by one. Environmental perspective, so it is very simple. So whenever you are considering the concept of sustainability, whatever are the parameters you are going to use in that, so whatever things you are going to use in that, so that should be from the environment point of view, that thing should be properly maintained. Okay, so whatever are these 3 points that we will see in detail in the next lecture. So today we have discussed a lot of things. So this new point we will start in the new lecture, but at least you go through the point before we meet for the next lecture, so that it will be more clear to you. Okay, and
Okay.
today's and after that, ते sustainability झाल्यानंतर आपल्याला पुढचा पॉइंट डिस्कस करायचा आहे. लास्ट पॉइंट, दिस इज इथिकल थेअरीज वी हॅव टू डिस्कस. इथिकल थेअरीज मध्ये 2 पॉइंट आहेत परत, डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह आणि नॉर्मेटिव्ह. त्याच्यामध्ये काय डिफरन्स आहे, त्या पर्टिक्युलर या इथिकल थेअरीचे की फीचर्स काय आहेत, दॅट वी हॅव टू कन्सिडर. डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह आणि नॉर्मेटिव्ह. डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये, so it describes the ethical phenomenon. Just a minute. It describes the ethical phenomenon, and here it gives the general rules and principles of behavior. So that is given here. So these 2 theories we have to see in detail. त्याचं डिस्क्रिप्शन बघायचं आपल्याला. नॉर्मेटिव्ह इथिकल थेअरी मध्ये काय आहे, त्याचा ट्रॅडिशनल अप्रोच. नॉर्मेटिव्ह थेअरीज म्हणजे काय आहे, कन्सिक्वेंट, व्हॉट आर द थिंग्स that we have to see. Okay, ethics of rights and justice, all that points we have to see. Influences on ethical decision making, what parameters are making influence on ethical decision making, that we have to see. So I have already shared that material. Okay, so all of you go through that material, so that you will get the idea about the point whatever we are going to discuss in the next lecture. Okay, so are you clear with this? Yes, any doubt?
डिस्क्रिप्शन लिंक मध्ये शेअर केलंय का?
नाही, ते तुम्हाला स्टडी मटेरियल शेअर झालं नाही का अजून?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then it
नाही,
will be
ma'am.
shared to you. It will be shared. So for all subjects it will be combinedly shared. Just for your information, after this lecture I will send this PPT on your WhatsApp group. Okay, you can go through
Okay.
that, and videos also I will share. Okay, so up till now from this first chapter, what are things we have discussed? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Any doubt you want to ask, or any question if you are having, you can ask. Is it clear? So that task you have to do. At least in next 10 minutes, you can form that personal code of ethics and you can send to me on WhatsApp. Is it okay? Personal code of ethics I am asking. Or you can send it up to 4:15. Personal code of ethics तरी लिहा सध्या. It will take 15 minutes maximum to write the personal code of ethics. And you can send me on the WhatsApp. And for business ethics, or that code ethics for your own business, you can take 1 day. Up to Monday, you can send that. Business ethics for your own business. Okay, then I will discuss on that, and then that questions we can take for the tutorials. Okay, so we will stop here. If anything you have to ask, you can ask. Otherwise, we can stop. Anybody want to ask anything? Are you getting that things, whatever we are discussing? Yes.